in our society right now, we applaud you when you're constantly working, when you're constantly doing stuff, when you're being the most productive you can be. You can have people clapping for you and be like, yes, you're doing it, keep going. But to be honest, you need friends who will tell you, you are doing too much, you're going too hard, please slow down, for your health, for the people around you, for the people that love you. You're going to disappoint people either way. When you say yes, you will disappoint someone. When you say no, you will disappoint someone. Your job is to communicate it properly, not to understand it for the other person. Do not tie your self-worth to your career, to your friendships, to your relationships, to your family name, and to all of those things. Your identity comes from your creator. But hey there, lovelies. You are welcome back to another episode on the She Strong podcast. It's your girl Courage here. And as you can see, we are in a new setup. That's if you're watching on Spotify or you're watching on YouTube right now. I am trying to do things a little bit differently this year, 2025. But first things first, if it is your first time hopping on here, you are welcome. I really do love seeing new faces on here, and I really hope that you can consider becoming a part of the community. We have a community, a living, breathing community in here, and you can click that subscribe button or follow button if you're on Spotify or Apple Podcast. I am so excited about our topic of today because we're going to be talking all about why taking a break doesn't mean you're a quitter or doesn't mean you're a failure. And we're also going to take a look at why people see it like this, what to even do during your break if you're going to take a break, and how to return properly. Now, as you all have known, I have been away for a while. I have actually. So I took a very long extended break during the month of February and also partially in the month of January. And to be honest, it might have inspired this particular episode of today because I was just like, I'm not going to wait till I hit a wall before I take a break. So this is the good news. This is the testimony because I took a break, not because I was burnt out or tired or anything, but I took a break because first of all, it was in my schedule. And number two, I am very intentional in this season of my life to take breaks when I think I need them. And even when I don't think I need them, because sometimes taking a break helps you to actually do things from a renewed place and also do things from a refreshed place. So we previously ended on episode 88, if I'm not wrong, or 87. And I decided I wanted to make things a little bit easier for me, especially being a one-woman army, as I've been doing this podcast for a very long time right now. Doing everything by myself kind of feels a lot. It's kind of overwhelming sometimes. The good thing is I am enjoying the process and I love doing this. But for me to be able to do it and do it till the end, I need to actually set systems in place to help me out to be able to navigate things properly. So we're just going to be having a set of episodes for every single season. And I am excited because I have so many amazing guests lined up for this particular season, and I've been enjoying the process so far, so I cannot wait to share everything with you all. But now that I'm done yapping, let's get into today's episode because I just came out of a break myself, and to be honest, it was one of the best things that I ever did. Breaks are always beautiful. Taking them from time to time has always been something that helps me to come back more refreshed and more rejuvenated to want to create better, because you can only create from a place of renewal and not exhaustion. So I realized that so many of us don't know what a break is. We don't even know how to take it. And also, many people around us don't even understand how that looks like. They don't even understand what rest truly looks like. Because we often say we rest. We often say we know what rest means, how we should observe it, but we don't actually do it. We don't actually practice it enough. So this has been something that I've also realized in my life, and I was just like, I really need to put an episode out there to help anyone who is currently navigating this, so that you can first of all understand it. You can also give grace to someone who needs it, and you can also be able to practice it in your life in the healthiest way possible. So as usual, this solo episode is in two different chapters. The first chapter will be us talking about why in our society today we see taking a break or quitting at something means that you're a failure. And I just want to start off with saying that if you quit something or you take a break from something, doesn't necessarily mean you're a failure. Okay, sometimes you actually need to leave a situation. Sometimes you actually need to leave a relationship. Sometimes you need to leave that career because it was toxic for you, because it was really draining your energy, because it was very unhealthy for you, and sometimes even causing you to get sick. So sometimes you quit a thing, or you leave a situation not because of some extraordinary thing, but just because it wasn't the thing for you. Sometimes you're trying to bend yourself to be something that you're not, and that's why things are not really working out for you. So it is good for you to accept defeat sometimes and be like, this is really not my thing. I shouldn't be forcing it, and then you move on with your life. Because when one door shuts, a bigger one opens. You trying to bend yourself to be something that you're not is actually closing the door for God to bring some amazing things into your life. So first of all, let's just put that one straight. Sometimes you do need to quit something. Sometimes you do need to let it go. But the first reason why people think taking a break means you're a failure is because of the way society has associated busyness to being a success. In our society right now, we applaud you when you're constantly working, when you're constantly doing stuff, when you're being the most productive you can be. You can have people clapping for you and be like, yes, you're doing it. Keep going, keep going. And I read something the other day on Instagram when the girl was like, in life, your friends don't only need to keep telling you to slow down, rest here. They need to keep telling you to go hard, to hustle more, and all these things. And in the comment section, people were like, yeah, you need friends who are like pushing you and all these things. And I'm like, yeah, you do. But I didn't totally agree with it, because I think you need best of both worlds. To be honest, you need friends who will tell you, you are doing too much, you're going too hard, please slow down, for your health, for the people around you, for the people that love you. And then sometimes, depending on the season too, so I think life is in seasons and it's in times, because depending on the season, there's sometimes when your friends need to push you and be like, you can actually do this, you're just being lazy. You can actually do this, you can do the things that you really want to do. They're encouraging you and they're pushing you. So depending on the season of life you're in, you do need friends who are going to tell you to slow down, to rest a little bit. And then you do need friends who are going to tell you to go harder, to hustle, depending on what stage of life you're in. And another reason why we equate taking a break to failure is mostly because sometimes we feel like we're going to disappoint people when we take a break. If there's one thing that I want to tell you right now is you're going to disappoint people either way. When you say yes, you will disappoint someone. When you say no, you will disappoint someone. Someone's going to feel bad. They're going to feel neglected and all those things. The only thing I want to tell you right now is when you are going to take a break from anything, or you need some time to rest or anything, make sure that you're communicating it right. Okay, communicate it properly. Your job is to communicate it properly, not to understand it for the other person, or not to dilute it for the other person, or not to make it acceptable. Because sometimes when you're too busy trying to please the other person, you don't even communicate things that the way they're supposed to be communicated. So communicate your break properly. People will get disappointed either or. The only thing for you to do is to honor them and respect them enough to be able to tell them what's going on, and then let them, figure out how they want to dilute everything, how they want to process the whole situation. And then give them grace also, because some people don't understand. And then you also give yourself grace for whatever season that you're currently in. And I think the last one I would really love to give you guys would be, sometimes we don't take a break, or we associate it to failure because we've tied our self-worth to the thing that we're doing, to the outcome, or whatever it is that we are hustling for. Let me tell you, that's like the wrong formula to live your life with. That is you looking for chaos, because to be honest, your self-worth is only tied to Jesus Christ. It's only tied to your identity, to your creator. Your identity is only tied to your creator. So taking off that load of, the labels that have been put on you is something that when you do it, you start living in total freedom. So I really want to encourage you, do not tie your self-worth to your career, to your friendships, to your relationships, to your family name, and to all of those things. Your identity comes from God. Your identity comes from your creator. So I really want to just shed more light with you guys on how you can shift your mindset, because mindset is a very big thing here. Everything we do in life does start from our minds, and it does start from us seeing things in a different way. So one thing that I would love for you to do is to see rest as an investment and not just something that you do for leisure and not just something that, you just feel like that's what you want to, but you're investing into whatever you want to create in the future, because you can only produce from a renewed place, not from an exhausted place. And also for you to recognize that no one is always on the go. Even the people that you think are always doing stuff, they're actually not doing stuff. Successful people actually strategize and they schedule in their rest. I know that's a wrong word to use right now because I'm also trying to step back on the scheduling word, but then successful people do know how to strategize and do things from a place of like, they're just like freely living their lives. So one thing for you to know is that no one is always on the go. Even that person you think is online 24/7, they're not really online. Guys, we live in the 21st century. They have literally scheduled things. They have people who are handling their accounts. Like, people find ways to make their life easier. And I think one more thing that I would love for you to shift your mindset with is change your vocabulary and and also look at rest. Like, rest is a temporary thing, it's not a permanent thing. Taking a break is a temporary thing, it's not a permanent thing. Okay, so some things that you can do during your break, if you feel like you need a break, you feel like you've been going on and on and on and you're burnt out and you're tired, and even if you're not there yet, taking a break before you get there, it's an amazing place to be in, because burnout is not a badge of honor. It's definitely not. It just shows that you don't have boundaries, you don't even know yourself properly, and you're just doing everything and everywhere. So some things you can do, the first one, which is like my personal favorite, is to be intentional with your break. Why am I taking a break? Because if you don't know why you're taking a break, you're actually not going to get anything out of that season or out of that 1 month or 2 weeks or one day that you've taken some time to just rest. So why do I need a break? And for you to be able to know why you need a break, I want you to pull out a pen and a paper, write down all the things that for you, that make you happy, that make you smile, that lights you up. Write them down during your day. What are those things? And also write down the things that drain you, the things that are expensive. Write them down. I call them expensive because for me, I do this like a monthly thing. For me, it's a monthly thing and sometimes it's a weekly thing, but I do it when it comes with time, because for me, time is like a big thing. I do know that it's a very big commodity, it's very costly. So I do not spend my time anyhow. Like, I do not. So I try to pay attention properly where I'm putting my time, what are the things that are too expensive, what are the things that are cheap. Every single week, I try to take stock of how I spent my time. So I want you to do that. Write them down, because that's going to help you to be able to be intentional and know your why. And the last thing is your mind, body, and spirit. You guys know we got to come back to this. Take care of your physical health. Move your body. Eat good food, take care of your diet, do some meditation, meditate on God's word, sometimes just sit in stillness, go back to journaling and just like really reconnecting with yourself, reconnecting with nature, reconnecting with your family members, your friends, and doing the things that really for you. So those things are so important, and that's what you should be doing in your break for you to feel really, really rested. And sometimes you just need to sleep. Sleep is like a very important factor. Sleep should have come after the first two. So sleep is very important. Make sure that you're sleeping, you're well rested to be able to do what you need to do. And when you come back from your break, the one encouragement I want to give you is not to rush back into things. Take your time, small steps, baby steps every single day. And also for you to shift your mindset with, don't say I'm catching up. You're not catching up to work. You're continuing from where you left off, because if you're catching up, it takes you back to the past. It takes you back to what actually made you take a break. So focus on progress and not just focus on I'm trying to catch up with everything that I need to do, So those are some of the things that I really like to live with you guys, and I really hope that maybe in one way or the other this has encouraged you to take a break when you need to, and not just when you are like burnt out and sick and tired. Take a break from time to time from the things that you're constantly doing. The change of routine, the change of scenery, the change of environment can actually help you to be able to do things in a different way. And also give grace to people. Not everyone is going to understand that you're taking a break. Not everyone even practices taking breaks and resting properly. Not everyone understands what it means. So give people grace, give yourself grace with the way you're doing it, because no two people can take it can make it look the same. And And that's it for today's episode, and I'm really excited to see what the rest of the season looks like. So I'll catch you guys again next week. Make sure that you're subscribed, make sure that you're connected to the community. Everything is down in the description, and I really love to see you guys next week. Bye.